Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Nicole genuinely falls head over heels for EJ. Days of Our Lives, DOL, spoilers guarantee a close-to-home time for Nicole as she understands that EJ will in a real sense do anything for her and her little girl, Holly. Days of Our Lives spoilers Nicole Walker moves past Eric Brady. An exceptionally pregnant Nicole Walker, Ariane Zucker, may have hitched EJ DiMera, Daniel Feuerriegel, when she accepted she was conveying his youngster. However, she promptly told Marlena Evans, Deidre Corridor, that could not have possibly occurred, assuming that she realized the child had a place with Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn. Nicole was insistent that she loved EJ, but it wasn't the same kind of all-encompassing love she had felt for Eric for the past 25 years as she poured her heart out to Marlena after falsely believing her son had passed away. She's persuaded herself she would never adore any other person that way, yet imagine a scenario in which she is off base. Days of Our Lives spoilers, Nicole genuinely falls head over heels for EJ with her young girl Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimis, in an Italian facility on account of EJ. Nicole is still close to herself with pain and stress, yet she additionally sees that EJ has taken extraordinary measures to assist with guaranteeing that Holly recuperates, which just charms him to her more. Spoilers for DOL, Nicole Walker really does love EJ DiMera. Nicole learns that she can and does love EJ just as much as she loves Eric, or even more, when she observes EJ's tenderness and caution toward her and Holly. This is a mature love that doesn't have the toxicity of her previous relationship with Eric. Respect between her and EJ may be the most crucial aspect of any marriage. Obviously, there are two still enormous insider facts out there that can and will draw Nicole and Eric together in the future. Her son and Eric's son are not dead. In point of fact, Eric is taking care of the child Nicole gave birth to without even realizing it. When reality with regards to child Jude comes out, Sloane Peterson, Jessica Safdie, will be kicked to the control and probably tossed behind bars, making Eric accessible. It will likewise transform Nicole and Eric into co-guardians. Can these two co-guardians oppose each other with EJ still in the image? EJ insults Stefan about the medication busts, Stefan irate, such a lot of for selfless love. Days of Our Lives, DOL, spoilers and updates hint that Stefan DiMera, Brandon Barish, will be taunted about the recent drug busts by EJ DiMera, Dan Feuerriegel. Stefan appears as though he's prepared to stifle him such a great amount for kindly love. Days of Our Lives spoilers another medication strike by the Salem PD close to the bistro. EJ's now got it in for Stefan and Ava Vitali, Tamara Braun, since Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimis, went too far in the rear entryway behind the bistro. The distribution center strike occurred in the stockroom where the bistro's all's provisions come from, and that was the second clump of provisions with drugs in them. Days of Our Lives spoilers, EJ insults Stefan about the medication busts, Stefan looks prepared to stifle him such a huge amount for kindly love. Ava and Stefan had put on an act and accused the providers, however this time it's an over-the-top happenstance to be won, all things considered. EJ and Stefan are in the DiMera house directly before Stefano DiMera's, Joseph Mascalo, representation when EJ begins in on Stefan. Even though Stefan is the district attorney, he looks like he's about to run away and let his older brother have what he wants. DOL spoilers, you will prison. EJ pushes provoking Stefan about along to imprison, and Stefan's as of now frantic at him for putting Gabby DiMera, last played by Camila Banus, there. By taking that knife from Lee Shin Remington Hoffman, she had, however, walked right into it, so there was not much room for defense. Evidently EJ hasn't a thing preferable to do over to give Stefan inconvenience and attempt to incite him, and EJ has that way about him that causes him to appear to be egotistical. EJ's appropriate English pomposity truly drives Stefan up the wall, and he might want to secure him maybe in the bistro's cooler? That would help EJ calm down, but Stefan is aware that putting the district attorney in the freezer would not solve anything, whether or not he was half-brother. Days of Our Lives spoilers, Clyde Weston's the issue. EJ ought to realize that Clyde Weston's, James read, the issue, and he more than anybody ought to know that in the event that somebody's working for Clyde, it's normally not their decision. Stefan and Ava are both being extorted, Stefan with mischief to Gabby within and Ava with damage to her main living child, Trip Johnson, Lucas Adams. The animosity between EJ and Clyde dates back many years, to the time when EJ was bribed into working for him and then shot by Clyde's henchmen. Stefan is tempted to tell the truth about Clyde's blackmail, but EJ doesn't give him any reason to. EJ is getting similarly as aggressive as Melinda Trask, Tina Huang, was, and appears to be just out for a success. Flashes fly, Ava faced, Alex and Teresa talk, uncovering stories. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, February 9th demonstrate that flashes strengthen between Sarah Horton, Lindsay Godfrey, and Xander Cook, Paul Telfer. Trip Johnson, Lucas Adams, and Wendy Shin, Victoria Beauty, attempt to dispel any confusion with Ava Vitali, Tamara Braun. Addiction is discussed between Alex Karyakis, Robert Scott Wilson, and Teresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien. Julie Williams, Susan Seaforth Hayes, and Lucas Horton, Brian Datillo, will recount stories yet of an immensely unique kind. Zara Sparkles fly. Days of Our Lives spoilers uncover that sparkles among Xander and Sarah are flying at the speed of light, however up to this point they have been reluctant to follow up on them. Xander and Sarah have been living respectively and co-nurturing their girl, however this is just bringing them closer and causing more pressure between them over the long haul. When will Xander and Sarah choose to follow up on their sentiments and rejoin to give their little girl a genuine family? Are Sarah and Xander going to adhere to this severe rule of no relationship, or will both of them at last surrender to their longings and associate like the two of them need? Sarah and Xander have loved constantly one another, so why not make their fantasies materialize? DOL spoilers, Ava confronted Wendy recently about her feelings for Trip, so to speak. Naturally, Ava also made an effort to convince them to take a vacation to visit Wendy's family or something. Trip can't have his mother and girlfriend fighting while they live in the same house because things spiraled out of control. Will Wendy and Trip succeed in settling matters? Instead of going out, Teresa and Alex will stay at home. They will eventually talk about addiction due to Teresa's recent error. Alex genuinely needs to help Teresa, yet he is clueless about compulsion or how to deal with a goof. Obviously, Alex most likely will not go into his discussion with Kristen Demera, Stacey Hayduke, about keeping Brady Dark, Eric Martsolf, and Teresa separated by the same token. DOL spoilers update Friday, February 9th, flashes fly, Ava faced, Alex and Teresa visit, uncovering stories. Days of Our Lives spoilers, the storytellers. Julie is minding Dimara's, Billy Flynn, kids while he is attempting to assist with crushing the medication ring that is assuming control over Salem. The Salem PD has made a couple of enormous busts up until this point, and that is something to be thankful for. Notwithstanding, Chad realizes that Abby Dimara's, ex-Marcy mill operator, executioner is behind this and needs him brought down at this point. In the interim, Julie will calm them down by telling them a story. Lucas has a story to tell too. Lucas should be secluded from everything in Harris Michaels, Steve Burton, room, however Kate Brady, Lauren Koslow will get him making the rounds in camouflage. Lucas has proactively chosen to call Chad and Everett Lynch, Blake Barris. Harris hauled Lucas out of Statesville to save his life, so for what reason would he say he is out gambling with it?